Welcome to Alpha Society. This is Michael, where we talk about all things manly. We talk about how to be a good man, how to be a good father, how to do all the things, but we also talk about cool gear, right? Because us as men, we like cool gear. What is one of our favorite things? What is one of my favorite things as a man? Knives. Yeah, I like knives. So, here I have an example of 3 of my favorite knives, fixed blade knives, that I own. Yeah, there are better knives out there. There are high-end custom knives that cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. These are not that. These are ones that are affordable and that every man can get. They're not super expensive, but they will help you do anything you need to do, whether you're bushcrafting, whether you're camping with your kids, whether you're opening Amazon boxes, no matter what you're doing. These 3 fixed blade knives will do the job, whatever it may be. If you're skinning game after you went hunting, if you're using them to chop up kindling, or carve a wand for your kids to play Harry Potter, or a bow, or a spear, whatever. I use them all the time to carve stuff for my kids. And I use them for skinning game. I also use them for splitting kindling. I use them for all kinds of things. These are very useful things. So what's my first one? I'll start off with the first one. This is the Gerber Strong Arm. It's a good quality knife. There's one side. Here's the other side. As you can see, made in the United States, in Portland, Oregon. One thing I like about knives is having no serrations. I do not like serrations on blades. Just a personal preference. You may like serrations. This is a good quality knife. One thing I really like about this, also because of my time in the military, I look at a knife also for its ability to be a fighting knife. You may not need that. Most people don't need that, honestly, right? No, we don't. But it's ingrained in my mindset. So one thing I look for is a hilt that goes up and provides some kind of resistance, as well as the pommel here in the rear that provides a really good solid grip. So you can get a good grip on the knife and you're not having to worry about sliding up or down the knife. Another thing is, good thing to have is a sharp metal end or some kind of metal end on the end of the knife, on the pommel, for busting glass. If you got to get out of a vehicle or something like that. Some people like the hole for a lanyard hole to tie it onto things, stuff like that. This comes with a Kydex sheath. It's currently residing somewhere else right now, so I'm not going to show you the sheath, but you can see the thickness of the knife. It's pretty thick. It's got some good thickness. It's strong. It's sharp. It'll do the things. This is a really good all-around knife. You could use this as a kitchen knife. The lower model of this is about $50, I believe. This is the Gerber Strong Arm. The lower model than this is the Gerber Prodigy. Similar, very similar, but a little bit different. And then above this is the Gerber LMF, which is a little bit more expensive version of this knife. But it's a good all-around knife, and for $50, maybe 60, I forget exactly, it'll do the things. It'll do pretty much anything you need for bushcrafting, for wilderness survival, for getting out and going camping, for doing lots of different things. It's nice to have good knives. Stick that one in there. Okay, so this is my primary, what I call my fighting knife, even though I'm not a knife fighter, per se, stuff like that, but it's a manly thing and a military thing. This is a Boker Magnum Kukum. See how the blade style curves and everything like that's the style of the knife. And here again, on the hilt, we got resistance points, and on the pommel, resistance points. Good solid, full tang, meaning the metal for the blade goes all the way down to the end. That's very important when you're looking at a knife. Good quality grip. I got this wrapped in some just crappy camo form tape. I just like the grip it gives. So yeah, I can use this end to hit things with if I want to, hit something and, mechanically agitate something like my engine or I don't know, whatever it is. This blade is very thick, so it would be good for batoning for your wilderness survival people out there. Batoning is where you stick it in a piece of wood and then you take a hammer and you hit on the knife and you use it as kind of like an axe or a splitter to split the wood. And or you can use this for kindling. You get a little stick, you take this in, you stick it in the end, and then you bring the whole thing up and go down and just tap it down and split the little piece of kindling for your fire, for your little fire pit or whatever, for your wood fireplace. This is a very good knife, very solid, very heavy. I like having a heavy knife because, if you need to Any situation where you need to add some leverage and some weight behind it, whether you're, like I said, chopping, this will chop little limbs, this will even chop small trees. This is almost a machete, but not quite. Obviously, as you can see, the blade isn't long enough, but it's heavily used, as you can see that in mine. Sorry about the lighting, it sucks out here. It gets dark so early that I'm trying to film these videos, when I can. So anyways, very sharp. Notice no serrations. It's just a different style knife. And this is about 90 to 100 bucks, usually about. So it's a good quality knife. Like I said, very heavy, very capable of doing the things. So my next knife is my favorite of the three. This comes in a Kydex sheath, custom Kydex sheath, which Kydex is like it's like a form of polymer, like a plastic. And what I like about polymer sheaths or Kydex sheaths is that they don't rot, they don't mold like leather sheaths do. And another thing is, if you have a leather sheath, you have to have some kind of strap to hold the knife in to retain it. This doesn't need it. It's passive retention. It holds the knife in. That's what I like about these. So I can draw them really quick if I need to. Because those Amazon boxes, sometimes they get violent and I gotta, pull out my knife really quick to open them. But anyway, no, this sheath is pretty cool. It's got a little pouch here. It's a survival kit. It's got a ferro rod for starting a fire, as well as a striker right here. So what is this knife? This knife is an SE6. SE knives are really nice. There you go. Do a little close up on the blade there. And as you can see, it's the Randall's Adventure Training and Equipment Group. SE6, you can see right there. There's the other side. Made in the United States. Marcarta handles. Gosh, I'm hacking that word. Anyway, the material, the slabs are made for the side of the knife. Another thing is you notice full tang again. And the good pommel, the metal pommel sticking out the end. Lanyard loop. Nice, like I said, the resistance points are really good. And then this little groove here, you can grab it like that. This section back here, you can see the little grooves. It's called a choil. That helps you get some good grip and good purchase on the knife. This will do anything also. You can baton with it. You can skin game with it. You can chop vegetables with it. You can open those deadly Amazon boxes also. That's really important. So this is a very good quality knife. This is my favorite knife. I love SE products. They're really good. They're really high quality. This is about a $150 knife. So you really don't need to spend more than $150 for a good fixed blade knife. Yes, there are ones that are way more expensive, but this is a good quality knife. Now the sheath, I don't even remember how much. I don't know how much it is. It's probably another 100 bucks. But just the knife itself, with the sheath it comes with a Kydex sheath, just not this one right here, is about 150 bucks. So it's a very good knife. See how thick it is? It's pretty thick. Not quite as thick as the Boker, but thicker than the Gerber. So yeah, this can be a fighting knife. This is a good bushcraft knife, good survival knife. It's got the flat edge across the back where you can use it to strike the ferro rod if you want. Now it's painted over, of course. You'd end up scratching off the finish probably, but it would still be capable of doing that. This is good quality blade steel. They're easy to sharpen, easy to take care of, maintain an edge really well, and just all around good knife. I love this knife. It may be a little big. You're thinking like that's way too big of a knife for me. They make smaller versions like the SE4 and the SE. I think there's an SE5, SE4, and an SE3. I think of the different lengths. So basically 6 meaning 6-inch blade. So actually this is more like an 8-inch blade. I forget the exact specifications of the knife, but SE knives are really good. The Boker Magnum, and I say Magnum because it's not a real Boker. If it was a real Boker, it'd be several hundreds of dollars. The Magnum line is like the value line. Yes, it's made in China. Yes, it's not the greatest, but it's easy to sharpen. It maintains a fairly good edge. And this is, just to remind you, this is the knife I'm talking about here. It is 440 stainless steel is the blade material, the metal. So, it's not the best, but it works and it does very well. And like I said, it's easy to sharpen and it maintains a edge pretty well under most circumstances. But like I said, all around SE right here. That's the this is my go-to knife. If I had to pick any one fixed blade knife, it would be the SE6. So anyway, hope you guys like that. It's more of a manly thing. Yeah, men like, I'm generalizing here, you get it. Alpha male, I like knives, knives, bows and arrows, crossbows, you know, those kind of things. All the fun things where you can get out, you can go bushcrafting, you can do all these fun things like I did the tomahawk video the other day. Tomahawks are awesome also. I would definitely take a tomahawk or a knife with me almost anywhere I go. If I want to go out in the woods, definitely want to have a fixed blade knife, probably, and a tomahawk. Because then you can do all the things for camping, for bushcraft survival, for building shelters, for doing all the things. Maintain your knife, take care of it, clean it, and keep it sharp. And it will take care of you, especially if you have a good quality knife like this. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I'm trying to do more. I'm going to do more videos. You guys, I'm speaking no one right now because I don't have any subscribers. But I know you guys are going to come because we're going to do a lot of cool things on this channel. We're going to build it, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and it'll be awesome. It'll be a fun journey. So anyway, have a wonderful day.